Chapter 15, Light. Light is a form of, the options are option A, energy, option B, electricity, and option C, radiation. Light, it is a form of energy. Okay, so option A is the answer. An object that makes its own light. The options are option A, luminous, option B, non-luminous, and option C, opaque. See, some object, it has its own light. See, sun, it has its own light, so that is called as luminous objects. Only the luminous objects that makes its own light. Sun, the example is sun. Okay, see the option D, non-luminous objects. What are non-luminous objects? Non-luminous objects, they do not make its own light as non-luminous object. The example is moon is a non-luminous object because the moon, it does not has its own light, it gets light from the sun. Okay, and opaque, they do not allow the light to pass through them. They are opaque objects. Okay, here the answer is luminous objects. Which of these is not a luminous body? The options are option A, star, option B, moon, and option C, burning candle. Which is not a luminous body here? Not a luminous means which is a non-luminous body among this? Moon is a non-luminous one. Moon is not a luminous body. That is, moon, they don't have its own light. They get the light from the sun. But as far as the star and the burning candle are concerned, they are luminous body. That means they make their own light. Okay. Sources of light are, the options are option A, natural, option B, man-made, and option C, both. Sources of light, they are natural and also man-made. There are natural sources and man-made sources of light. So both are the answers. So option C, both is the answer. Which of these is a man-made luminous body? The options are option A, electric lights, option B, firefly, and option C, moon. See, which is man-made among these three? See, firefly, we cannot make it. It is a natural one. And moon, it is also a natural one. We cannot make this moon. So, we can make electric lights. So, electric lights are man-made luminous body. Okay, so option A is the answer. Color and brightness of a star depends upon its, the options are option A, size, option B, force of attraction, and option C, temperature. See, the star's color and its brightness, it depends upon the temperature. Okay, so when as the temperature decreases and increases, the brightness of the star increases and decreases depending upon the temperature. Okay, so the option C, temperature, is the answer. Which of these is a cold source of light? The options are option A, tube light, option B, electric bulb, and option C, sun. See, as far as this electric bulb and sun is concerned, they both are hot. Okay, they are hot sources of light. But as far as this tube light is concerned, they are the cold source of light. Okay, so option A, tube light, is the answer. Rectilinear propagation of light is defined as, the options are option A, straight path of light, option B, curved path of light, and option C, zigzag path of light. See, what is rectilinear motion? Rectilinear motion is that in which the object moves in a straight line. We say that the object is in rectilinear motion. So now they have asked for rectilinear propagation. Rectilinear propagation of light means what then? It is a straight path of light. So rectilinear propagation is the straight path of light. See, when the light, it moves in a circular path means we call it as curved path of light. When it moves in a zigzag way means we call it as zigzag path of light. Okay, so here they have asked for rectilinear propagation. It is a straight path of light. So option A is the answer. Object that let light pass through them are called, the options are option A, transparent, option B, translucent, and option C, opaque. See, which objects allow the light to pass through them? The transparent object allow the light to pass through them. And what is this translucent? Translucent object, they allow the partial light, only the partial light to pass through them. And as far as this opaque objects are concerned, they do not allow the light to pass through them. Okay, and here the answer is transparent object because the transparent object allow the light to pass through them. So option A, transparent, is the answer. Objects that do not let light pass through them are, the options are option A, opaque, option B, transparent, and option C, translucent. So which object do not allow the light to pass through them? They are the opaque objects. Objects that allow partial light to pass through them